I need psychotherapy.
Stream starting soon.
My mind. I need psychotherapy before I go blind. I need psychotherapy to help me through my day.
Stream starting
In this
soon.
crazy world, I feel so deranged. Psychotherapy. Yeah, that's what I need. I need psychotherapy.
Stream
to
starting
get me
soon.
through the day. Psychotherapy to help me on my way. I need to concentrate on the road as I drive down the highway.
Stream starting soon.
Psychotherapy. Oh, psychotherapy. Do you want to join me? Oh, yeah.
Stream starting soon.
Psychotherapy. Psychotherapy. I need psychotherapy on those rainy days and the storms.
Stream starting soon.
I need psychotherapy to help me on this day. Psychotherapy, don't medicate me away. Psychotherapy.
Stream starting soon.
What I need. Hey. This is Angified Presents Productions. Rarity rar. Yay! We're here for Mix It Up Monday.
Oh, you're a floating head.
I'm a floating head. Floating head. Ooh. That's all right.
Yeah,
I'd
you're like the
rather be
genie
a
in Pee-wee.
floating Hey, I love the Genie and Pee-wee. But, you know, we have some great news articles to share with you guys tonight, some great promos, and I can't wait to get started. Tonight is Mix It Up Monday. If this is the first time that you're tuning in with me, hi, I'm Ange from Angified Presents, and next to me is...
I'm Tony.
Yes, that's
At
Tony.
least I've been told that.
All right. Well, then let's go ahead and let's start with this very first artist that I'm going to share with you tonight. Oh, yeah. Check this out. We're going to be going ahead and checking out Mr. Rollo Knox. He has sent in an amazing song tonight. You can also find him on Instagram, YouTube, Spotify, BandLab, Rollo_Knox on all platforms. Oh, yeah. Guess what song we got from him tonight, Tony?
Oh, it's not white bitches love ranch dressing.
It is not. It is not. It is none other than Kick You in the Nuts.
Oh.
Yeah, you see how that goes? Yeah. So we're going to be going ahead. We're going to be checking out Kick You in the Nuts. This is, you know, Rollo_Knox.
Oh, it is a metal song. I was thinking, like, that sounds like a metal song title.
Yes. I'm going to blow it up here a minute and let it steal the entire screen as I scroll down here. It says, I wanted to make a metal song with such overlay aggressive lyrics, it became funny. It kind of feels like Eric Cartman wrote lyrics for Motorhead. I don't know. Honestly, I think it kind of works as a serious metal song. Metal, rockin', Motorhead inspired. Make sure you go ahead, like, share, subscribe to Rollo Knox. Here is kick you in the nuts.
Let's get nuts.
How much love that?
Oh, that might become my new favorite Rollo song.
I could not go ahead and just look. It's good to the last drop. Hold on.
I feel you, Rollo. I feel you right down to my groin.
That was awesome. I agree with Cal. Let's rock and get nuts. Much love over there.
Oh, and Rollo's not wrong. That is a serious song.
Yes.
I-
Yes. All
it
right,
it
let's go
it
ahead.
does feel like it was written by Cartman from South
It,
Park.
it
Totally.
does. I could actually see him going around and kicking everybody in the nuts for the music video. Oh yeah, you should try and totally sell it to South Park. I know. I love it. Much love, Rollo. Rollo_Knox, everyone. All right, let's go ahead. Let's get in some news, Tony. Are you ready?
What's new?
All right. Well, first thing is, after a long struggle, and I'm getting this from NPR News here, Taylor Swift finally bought back the rights to her first 6 albums. This has been going on for her. She announced on Friday through her website that she had acquired the rights to her master recordings, which included previously released music videos, concert, films, so much more. Rights now, my mind is just a slideshow. All the times I was this close. And so she finally was able to do that. She almost stopped thinking it could ever happen after 20 years of having this carrot dangled and yanked away, she wrote in a statement. But that's all in the past now, because now she's finally got it back. The official original recordings of Swift's first 6 albums were acquired by private equity firm Shamrock Capital in 2020. The firm bought the masters from music manager and executive Scooter Braun, who had bought them in 2019 when he acquired Swift's first label, Big Machine Label Group. It goes on to say among major label artists, it's not uncommon for record labels to own master recordings. Artists including Jay-Z, Rihanna have famously taken pains to buy back the masters for their early work. But when Braun acquired Swift Masters in 2019, the pop star spoke out publicly with disapproval about the sale. And like I said, this has been going on, as you can see, for years.
And
Dispute over years ago saga.
we saw Miss Crystal explain that the video we watched a couple weeks ago about like
Correct.
whether you go with a record deal versus distribution, and
Mm-hmm.
this is the downside of a record deal.
Correct.
The
Yes.
fact that she got him back, is a testament to
It's
how successful she really is. She's got more money
absolutely.
than them.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yes. Putting us back over here for a minute. I
Go
see this.
Taylor.
This is it. This is insane. Yeah. She actually re-recorded all of her first 6 albums since she still retained the copyrights to her music and the lyrics. There's a couple ones that she wasn't able to, but she was able to get them and can still have their moments to reemerge when the time's right.
Well,
So
and isn't it funny
goes
that
Taylor.
she's got the copyrights and the rights to uh, uh, the music as a writer,
Mhm.
but the recordings, until she bought them back,
Right.
she couldn't profit from the recordings directly.
No, not at all.
She would have had to re-record the songs. She's got the right to do that.
Yes, absolutely.
I'm surprised
You
she didn't just remake all her albums and republish them.
yeah, there's a lot of artists that do, especially if you had a problem with a studio where they owned your masters, you know. That would actually be one of my first questions is about buying that master copy from the studio when recording.
Well, I bet
Um,
you I know why she wanted to get them back. They're working on a greatest hits album, and the only way they could do a greatest hits album
as if she had,
and profit from it would
yeah,
be to make sure she's got the rights back.
well, she's got to know.
Go
Okay.
Taylor.
There are many musicians and artists out there that actually have stage fright. Well, one pianist learned how to go ahead and deal with it with her iPad. Now, speaking with Tony, I know you could do this with even a tablet, your Android tablet as well. So,
I
you
don't know
know,
if the iPad would help me, but I'd give it a shot.
well, it said it helped cure the top piano stage fright because she was able to bring it with her. A lot of times, this for soloists to perform from memory and without sheet music, she was struggling for decades with performance anxiety. Um, and it didn't matter how many hours that she played or prepared, the panic attacks, it crippled her confidence. She worried, and it made it very difficult for her to become her own artist. And I know sometimes as artists we dig into things and we work so hard on them, but then it loses character, it loses
Well, and
herself. So be you, be her, be original. Go
it's
ahead.
true with classical music especially, like it's
Yes.
really long. It's not like just memorizing lyrics, like to
Right,
memorize
yeah,
an
she's playing Bach.
entire.
She's played so many places. She would suddenly lose where she would get confused, and then it became anxiety would happen. You know, she had slips during her Carnegie Hall debut, playing Bach, and that was months after she recorded the piece. Um, you could see it got worse and worse. And she went on, she said badly after that. She was talking to her husband and was like, I should just quit. He talked her out of it and she would practice again. And then at this point, she felt like she was being robbed from her joy and being in the moment and thinking about music herself, being able to feel, being able to create. Um, she went ahead. She said, in hopes that it might help others and soften what she calls rigid classical music conventions. Performance anxiety is something we perform often quite shameful, she explains. What I really hope will change is that we will become much more accepting of the fact that people have different learning styles and different needs, just as we become more aware of that in the workplace. So she brought her tablet on this stage. She
I
credits the device with saving her career, because since using it, and she said musicians tend to use the iPad Pro, which has the larger screen, closer in size to sheet music, and turns the pages using a Bluetooth pedal.
and
So they
that's
can
the
have
key.
full use of their hands and perform without a page turner for scores that can easily fill 100 pages.
That's the
Look at this
key
beautiful picture.
to why that helped her, because pianists can't really turn the sheet music because they have to use both their hands,
Mm-hmm.
unless
Mm-hmm.
it's on the perfect part. being able to do this allows her to actually like fluidly move the pages without interfering with her playing.
Yes. She still memorizes all of her music, but finds simple presence in the score of front of her enormously freeing and comforting. It's allowed her to achieve imaginative, thoughtful, and exciting. It's become a part of the culture of classic music that is terrific. If that could become part, she says that would be terrific. Um, she went on to a little bit more. Look at this. Isn't that a beautiful group?
See, and I do see future orchestras having tablets for everybody rather than doing the old school. We're there in the 21st century.
Correct. Again, this is from NPR News, npr.org. With her going ahead and using this tablet, she said, I started feeling more creative and free. Once I started having that permission to use the music, I began being much more daring. I had more time and mental space and emotional energy. And that is the like big thing right there.
Yeah.
Right there. So she was able to do that, and she is sharing with you guys that if you guys get stage fright, maybe try a tablet or an iPad. Look into those pedals,
Well,
and
and singers can relate with that because
correct.
you might know the lyrics, but
Mhm,
like every once in a while there's a line where you just brain fart. So it's nice to have that
correct.
like at least there just to
Mhm,
remind you of what you're about to do.
mhm. Exactly. Exactly. Awesome. Good news. Okay. Okay. You ready for the funny stuff?
Oh, I'm
Oh,
always ready for the funny
I
stuff.
got you. Okay. So here we go. This one is from Lad Bible. And a woman explained how she felt after accidentally taking 550 doses of LSD in one go.
I
So
bet you
she
she
accidentally
felt
consumed a
funky.
huge dose of this psychedelic drug, and there's taking it too far. Oh God, is her brain okay?
Yeah, I thought like
She
at
did this.
that much would kill somebody.
Oh, um, so that's what this woman did while she was partying with her pals. She accidentally consumed a capricious amount of LSD. As you may have suspected, she hasn't been the same since, but incredibly, the impact it had on her life was for better rather than worse. Back in September 2015, a woman known only as CB snorted 55 milligrams of what she believed was cocaine. However, the substance was actually pure LSD in powder form, according to the report published in the Journal of Studies on Alcohol and Drugs in 2020. A typical recreational dose of this powerful hallucinogenic drug is considered to be 100 milligrams, which is equal to zero point 0.1 milligrams. So she has drastically overdone it.
Thank God
Okay.
she's still alive.
It's a strong hallucinogenic drug, which typically comes in the form of tiny amounts on blotter paper as a liquid or a pellet. According to Talk, Frank, the world appears distorted to most people who consumes it, which ranges from the way that you experience sound, colors, objects, to your sense of space, distance, and time. It can make you feel euphoric, but on the other hand, LSD can make you hallucinate, become paranoid, panic, frightened, and confused. Those who consume large doses can also act unpredictably, as Talk to Frank notes. LSD feeds off the imagination, so every person's experience is unique. It can take anywhere between 20 minutes to 2 hours to take effect, but the amount taken also impacts this. Pretty.
Yeah,
Wow.
there is
That hurt my eyes.
it's like sensory dilation. Like you'll taste colors and hear tastes. Like your senses like get all mixed up.
I don't know if I like that. Do you try and
Uh,
stick cake in your ear? Is that
it
how you mean, like, senses get mixed up?
it depends on how your sense gets mixed up.
Drink soda out of it? Like, okay. This woman who was in her 40s ended up going on quite the trip for the next 24 hours after taking such a mammoth amount of LSD. She spent 12 hours blacking out and vomiting intermittently, but said she felt pleasantly high for the following 12 hours. Although she was spewing up during this period, it was less often. CB's roommate later described how she mostly sat still in the chair throughout this wild LSD ride, either with her eyes rolled open or rolled back. She uttered nonsensical words occasionally too, but after about 10 hours, she was able to hold a conversation and seem coherent. According to the Talk to Frank, LSD trips can last several hours and can be very intense, with the intensity of it depending on how much you take and surroundings of your mood, among other environmental factors. Luckily, this woman, despite taking 550 times the average amount of LSD, she managed to ride it out. Argumentably, the most interesting aspect of this case is the extraordinary effect this dose had on her health elsewhere. What happened to her? CB had contracted Lyme disease in her early 20s, which is bacterial infection which can be transmitted to humans when they are bitten by infected ticks. Sufferers usually prescribed a course of antibiotics, or those with severe symptoms may be treated in the hospital, but the NHS says most people get better after antibiotic treatment. However, other may continue to experience symptoms of tiredness, aches, and loss of energy for a long time of treatment, or perhaps even years. Unfortunately for CB, she had endured significant pain in her feet and ankles ever since she got Lyme disease, seeing her rely on morphine to cope with the agony. But after she accidentally consumed it, by the following day, her pain had apparently disappeared. CB even managed to get through the next 5 days without morphine, although this didn't last forever. Still, when the pain eventually returned, she was able to manage it with a lower dose of a strong painkiller, as well as a microdose of LSD every 3 days. Still, when the pain eventually returned, on January 8, 2018, the woman had weaned herself off of 2 crutches altogether, while she reported that she didn't experience any withdrawal symptoms. I think that's incredible. Don't take it. There's a lot of dangers of taking LSD, so don't try this at home, especially with the things that are going around in today's drug scene. Please be safe.
See, it's possible that her pain receptors got so out of whack from that much acid that she was no longer feeling that pain.
Right. It's freaking crazy. Like, I can't believe her brain ain't fried.
Well, they say, like, so many hits and you're technically insane. So,
yeah. Well, it's definitely crazy. How about this one? Let's check this out. No, she's not giving you an O face. This was people left terrified of sneezing after simulation showed a shocking moment when woman was paralyzed. The horrifying simulation depicted Victoria Kenny's real life ordeal. Just in time for hay fever season, a sinister simulation showing the serious consequences of a woman's innocent sneeze has reared its head online. Social media users are now scared shitless every time their nose twitches after watching the short clip, which depicts Victoria Kenny's real life adore. The vivid graphics show how a simple sneeze, while she was sat on a sofa in 2007. Sorry, I cannot think tonight or speak tonight. Wow.
She broke her spine from a sneeze.
It resulted in her suffering from a broken spine and being unable to walk for 2 years. Yeah. So let's go ahead. Let's see if we can find this here.
Well, God bless you.
Yeah, this was horrible. All right, here we go.
As she sneezed, it ruptured a disc in her spine, and when it collapsed, a nerve got
Oh my God, that must have been painful.
trapped between her 2 vertebrae. Suddenly, she couldn't move.
Let me rewind this here.
As she sneezed, it ruptured a disc in her spine, and when it collapsed, a nerve got trapped between her two vertebrae. Suddenly, she couldn't move, and even though she had 3 separate operations, she still suffered extreme pain. For the next 2 years, she was bedridden, needing painkillers so strong she would hallucinate. But finally, doctors inserted a plastic cage around her spine, relieving pressure on the pinched nerve. And within a week, she was walking again and holding in her sneezes.
Unreal.
I
What
never
can
want
a
to sneeze
sneeze do to
again.
you? Right? Well, it definitely has the internet scared as well. So, you know.
Well,
Hmm.
that is an extreme case. I mean, fortunately, that doesn't happen a lot.
Right? Right?
And
Oh,
thank God with modern spine technology, they've gotten
mhm.
really good at messing with the spine without messing it up.
Yes. Um, Let me ask, how long do you usually go to the bathroom for?
How long do I
Well,
go to the bathroom? As
yeah.
long as I need.
Okay. Okay. Well, doctors say, dun, 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 dun. Doctors warn that sitting on the toilet for over 10 minutes increases your chances of intimate medical problems.
Well, thankfully,
Don't
I don't
They
take that
don't
long.
say crap or get off the pot for nothing. The timing of your toilet trips probably vary day to day. Sometimes you're in and out, others you're wheeled into the seat. But doctors are urging people not to linger longer than they need to, as you are running the risk of encountering an intimate medical problem. If you're going over the 10-minute mark on a regular basis, there's a big chance that your bottom and your bottom might end up paying the price for your
Well,
lengthy jaunts to the
and
bathroom.
some people don't sit there for 10 minutes or longer because they need that to go to the bathroom. For them, the bathroom is like private time. So like they'll take a magazine and go read the whole damn magazine for a half hour.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, loads of people overstay their welcome when using the lavatory, especially if they're having a good social scroll while relieving themselves. But prolonged sitting on the toilet seat has been known to weaken your pelvic and anal muscles, as well as drastically increase your risk of developing hemorrhoids. These are
Oh
lumps which
no.
appear inside and around your anus, which are also referred to as piles. So, shit or get off the pot,
All
man.
right, now I'm scared to sneeze and go to the bathroom.
Oh,
Thanks,
that's.
Ange.
What about taking a test drive? Are you go with test drives?
uh, I'm okay with driving.
All right. Let's go ahead. Let's check this out now. Oh, yeah. Truth behind terrifying viral video of Scandinavian driving test that people don't believe is real. A video of a Hokbana section of the Swedish driving test has done the rounds and terrified users. There is a section of the Swedish driving test that looks all too outrageous for most people to believe, but it's actually one of the most crucial parts of getting a driving license in the Scandinavian nations. If you thought that the tests in the UK are too much pressure and stress inducing, what's known as halpaka might push you over the edge. That's an alligator. You said
Oh,
what?
and John Michael blew out his back sneezing. So
Oh,
it
that's
is
not
real.
good. Absolutely. Absolutely. Hi, John Michael. Hi, Louis. Louis Summerfield's also here.
Hey, Louis.
Yes. John said he's living proof. Yes. That blowing out that back thing is not pleasant.
Well, at least you didn't blow it out on the toilet.
Thanks, John. I like the blue hair too. Yeah. Okay. Well, this driver's test, I guess, is absolutely crazy. It's passed. It's a tricky test. Let's see if it gives us. Here we go. Let's check this out. I'm going to blow it up if it lets me.
See, this I would have a problem with because I
If
hate
drivers fail this
driving
test in
on
Scandinavian
slippery
countries,
stuff.
they will not get a license. Actually, this test is called
Really? It's called Go Back. and play it again.
If drivers fail this test in Scandinavian countries, they will not get.
Yeah, you fail.
That's fail pass number 2. Okay, pause. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Nope. It stops at 3. Will you go past 3? Oh, here we go. We got 5, but no audio, no nothing. Well, that stinks. Let's see if I make it smaller.
Oh, because it's a short. That's probably why.
Hey, I don't want to log in. No thanks. I just want to see your video. Here we go.
Is called aquaplaning, in which the driver has to control his.
Oh, sure. Now you're going to play, right? No. Thank you. We'll go back to X.
See, in a controlled environment, I'd be okay with sliding around like that, but I'd hate to do that on an actual road.
Well, here, let me share. I found the video now. Here goes.
If drivers fail this test in Scandinavian countries, they will not get a license. Actually, this test is called aquaplaning, in which the driver has to control his car on a special slippery road, because the roads in Scandinavian countries are covered with snow throughout the year. Therefore, this test shows whether the driver will be able to control his car on snowy roads or not. If drivers fail this test in Scandinavian countries, they will not get a license. Actually, this test is called aquaplaning, in which the driver has to control his car on a special slippery road, because the roads in Scandinavian countries are covered with snow throughout the year.
I think that's
Therefore,
a good
this test shows
See,
whether
I'd
the driver
I'd
will
be
be
more
able to control
nervous
his
with like
car
a
on
van
snowy
like
roads
that.
or not. If drivers fail this test in Scandinavian countries, they will not get a license. Actually, this test is called aquaplaning, in which the driver has to control his car on a special slippery road, because the roads in.
Gosh, that is insane, but I love it. I love it. So you
Yeah.
guys make sure to go ahead and check that out.
The van would make me a little nervous because when you start spinning like that, a van has more likelihood of flipping.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. So, I believe last week we talked about a woman who could not bring a chicken onto a plane. And it was a rotisserie chicken.
Oh, the rotisserie girl,
The
yeah.
rotisserie chicken, yeah. Tried to bring a whole chicken in, and she wasn't allowed to. Well, would you believe chickens, because they can't fly, the kangaroo decided it was going to go ahead and make an attempt at flying as well?
Did they rotisserie it?
No, this one's very much alive and living. It was a viral video of a woman trying to board a plane with a kangaroo. Between kangaroos and chickens, they've been very much so in our media lately on Angified Presents. For I don't know why, but yes, these fuzzy furry little guys. You gotta love them. The internet was ready to go to war with this kangaroo after footage of the animal being refused boarding. Oh, I guess the kangaroo can't fly either. And this went viral despite polite waiting at the departure gate, adorably clutching his boarding pass and minding his own business as the two women bickered above him. It seemed as though this little guy's holiday dreams had been dashed. In the video, which has gone viral, a woman appears to be accompanying the kangaroo on the flight is seen arguing with the airline attendant. So let's see if we can find this video. This is Lad Bible,
And
everyone.
the
Look at how cute
the
he
kangaroo is
is.
holding his own boarding pass. That is adorable.
He's trained very well, I think. And they said no kangaroos on the plane. That's sad. Look. It's emotional support alligator. Somebody else tried to take back far-fetched. People tried what 2023 to the Phillies football game. Or sorry, the Phillies baseball game.
Was she
Yes.
coming from like Australia to Philadelphia?
I don't know. Well, she demanded justice for the kangaroo. Looks to me like he's being polite and has a boarding pass. I don't see the problem.
That's
I'm
true.
on the
He made it through.
kangaroo
He made it
side.
through custom and security. So
Let's see. It's going to continue to freeze up here. Looks like it's an Instagram video there. So, yes. You'll have to check out more on this video yourself. I don't know if it's going to let me in here or not. Might even stop the share. Yeah, it's going to stop our share.
no fair.
No, I know.
I'm with the kangaroo.
Yes, absolutely. I'm with the kangaroo too. Yeah, they actually thought somebody thought the kangaroo was AI because he was so well behaved. But to be fair, for all those who fell for the kangaroo clip, AI generated videos are getting more realistic day by day, but it was definitely not AI. So
And
yeah,
apparently
incredible.
kangaroos are getting more humanistic.
And they're not allowed to fly either. You know, something that is getting out of humanistic is VR. Let's go ahead. Let's take a look. This is a terrifying simulation which shows presumed last moments of a man who died whilst using a VR headset in his apartment. YouTuber Zach D Films has shared this horrifying footage of his final moments. Terrifying simulation shows the unfortunate way a man died whilst using a VR headset in his apartment. It's exposing the potential deadly consequences of playing with VR. You know, we've talked already about how long you should stay on it and things like that. You know, they clipped a title, "Man Dies Playing VR Game." It's very sad. A video starts with VR enthusiast alone in his apartment, completely absorbed in his virtual world. But a critical flaw in the technology's battle mapping leads to a tragic sequence of events.
Did he jump off a cliff?
He ran around his apartment in virtual reality, but the game didn't map his apartment properly. So after the game's virtual represents, it did not match the actual layout of the player's living room space, the person accidentally tripped on the glass table. Went right through a glass table.
Yikes.
That's insane. Let's see if this one.
He ran around his apartment in virtual reality.
Skip that. Close. Okay. Go away. This is YouTube, so this one should work better.
He ran around his apartment in virtual reality.
Okay.
But the game didn't map his apartment properly. And as he played, he tripped on a glass table. He landed hard, which shattered it instantly, and dozens of glass.
Oh my God, that's a nasty way to go.
I couldn't even imagine.
Shards sliced into his body. With no one there to help, he bled out quickly, and by the time he was found, he had died in both realities.
Wow.
Unbelievable. I could. That's just a horrible way to go.
Now I don't want to do VR either.
Horrible.
No sneezing,
Right?
no bathroom, no VR.
Right. Got a great chat going on over here.
Hey,
As you
Jeff.
can see, ColSeth
the
is
house.
back. Yes, Louis Summerfield stopped in. John Michael, 99. Yes. Sending good vibes.
Well, my internet is ass too.
Jeff Dixon. Yes. Freaking amazing. Thank you so much, guys, for joining us tonight. This is Mix It Up Monday. If this is the first time that you've ever gotten a chance to see Mix It Up Monday, let me go ahead and just show you what it's about. Are you ready, Tony?
Yes, I am.
All right, good. Because we're going to show a short video of just what Mix It Up Monday is, guys. Seriously. Get over it. Ta-da! That's right. You guys got it. News, peaks, perks, the whole nine. Music, promos,
Oh,
reviews. Oh, yes. Yes. All right.
we got perks.
We do. We do. You know, we've got some other like kind of crazy stories here too as we're winding down to the last 15 minutes of our show for Mix It Up Monday. If you guys are making videos, if they're little skits, YouTube, send them to me over at angifiedlive@gmail.com. I would love to show them. If you guys got exciting news, you guys are going on tour or going to perform at a show, let me know. And support what we do over on Patreon
Hell,
for
if you
$5 a month. Support what we do, help support the love and support, how we put out the shows every night to be able for you to be heard and be original.
and if you do have performance video,
Yes.
especially love to see that.
Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. Okay. Okay. Oh, let's go ahead and let's check this out. ColSeth's got a new one. You can go ahead, Cole, go send it over to my lab. I'd appreciate it. We're going to check this news article out here. You know that little pig there?
Peppa?
Little pig. Yeah, Peppa Pig. Well, there's a warning over dark Peppa Pig videos showing cartoon pigs snorting cocaine. This is written by Lucy Devine. You can find it on Lad Bible. Clip reportedly features drugs and violence. The cartoon, parents are being warned after a series of dark Peppa Pig videos circulating online. The cartoon, which follows day-to-day lives of Peppa and her family, have been one of the most popular kid shows on the telly since the creation in 2004. Has over 40 million subscribers on the official YouTube channel. However, there are some channels on the platform that seem to be sharing versions of the cartoon that are completely unsuitable for kids. My daughter used to watch Peppa Pig. So the Mirror, according to the Mirror, which conducted a search into these videos, one video called MLG Peppa Pig Parody, which has since been removed from the platform, shows a cartoon holding a gun and has been viewed 18 million times. Meanwhile, another Peppa Does Drugs allegedly shows the cartoon animals sorting cocaine. In a statement to the Mirror, the YouTube spokesperson said, "We've removed both videos from YouTube and terminated a channel for violating our child safety policies, which we rigorously enforce. Neither of the videos shared by the Mirror have ever appeared in the YouTube Kids app or recommended experiences for younger viewers."
Well, it definitely shouldn't be part of the YouTube Kids. That's for sure.
Correct.
Because that happened to Elmo too. There's some Elmo videos of him partying hard, but not on YouTube Kids.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, Cole, you could drop the link for your video. I'd love that. Okay. Speaking of videos, I had another one sent in to me earlier today, actually, that I'm going to go ahead and share. This one was actually published out today, June 2nd, talking about freshies and music and promos and new releases. This is an artist known as BackRoad Chev, also known as Chevron Shorty. Yes, and you can find all his information in the description in this video as well. He has been working very, very hard. Driveway sessions, BackRoad Chev, as you can see, there's 78 music videos on here for you guys to check out, to enjoy. Don't forget to go ahead and also comment, like, share, subscribe, get on there. Okay? Let's see what he's got for us. Haha. What do you think it would be?
He's put out a couple of new ones.
Yes. Well, this one's called Stars Aligned. Which we see happen so very often, don't we?
Hey, we're in the stars.
We are.
They aligned.
They did. Awesome. Thank you, Cole. Okay. And Jeff says he loves Elmo.
Yeah, me too. Even if he does occasionally dabble in parties.
Right, let me go ahead and turn this up. This is Stars Align featuring Stephen Wells, BackRoad Chev, also known as Chevron Shorty. As you can see, features Stephen Wells on this. And Chevron Shorty, BackRoad. You're heading to it. Let's go ahead and check this out. Like I said, all the links and everything are in the description of this video. So if there's something you've seen tonight, that's where to find it. Here we go with Stars Aligned.
The stars align when her eyes met. The universe takes control. And I ain't came down from my high yet. I swear you make the world spin real slow. And you got a body like a back road. I swear you got a body like a back road. And girl, you got a body like a back road. She knows she got a body like
It's
a
been a
back
long week, so she's ready for the weekend. Hair tied up, let's find some mud to go get deep in. Airbnb, out of town, we can sleep in. Let's put down our phones and stargaze while we chiefin'. Big bonfire, you can see the stress leaving. Airplane mode, we out of route, this the creep in. Her last man was controlling, I want her to do her own thing. No cars in sight, no street lights while the truck swing. She living her dream, but don't wanna work her life away. She's living it up, cause at work she got a type of way. It's something about her smile when it's a weekend on a Friday. The world's turning slow, time don't exist on this highway.
The stars align when her eyes met. The universe takes control. And I ain't came down from my high yet. I swear you make the world spin real slow. And you got a body like a back road. I swear you got a body like a back road. And girl, you got a body like a back road. She knows she got a body like a back road.
Oh yeah, Chevron Shorty. Make sure to go ahead, check him out. Yes, subscribe.
I like
Check
my
it
bodies
out.
with a nice back road.
Yes, yes, yes.
I'm a back
Um,
road man.
Yes. ColSeth says, I love how Stars is said. He also said there's so much soul and conviction. I love that. Jeff is giving you fire. Oh, yeah.
Go
He said
Chevron.
it is so beautiful. So check it out. Oh, yeah. Okay, we're going to go ahead now. We're going to get down to some more news. Are you ready?
Get down on it.
Here we go. What do you think this one has to do with? Scientists explain why you should follow the 21-second rule when weeing and what could happen if you don't. I didn't know there was a 20-second rule. Did you? Did anybody know there was a
I
20-second?
didn't know I was weeing.
Yeah, yeah. I didn't realize that either.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't sit when I wee. 21 seconds is enough for me.
well, most of us don't time how long we're on the toilet for, but it could be beneficial for our health. So scientists have explained why you should follow the 20-second rule when 20-second wee rule when using the toilet and what can happen if you decide not to. Most of us would never think to time how long it takes us to finish a wee or even sit on the toilet, let alone count to 21 while we're on the toilet. But apparently doing so can be beneficial to our health. I'm sorry, I got distracted here by this little memo here that Jeff put on there that your favorite ice cream is Rocky Road.
It is now.
And ColSeth says bars, Tony. Okay. So, what is the 20-second law of urination? We're about to find out. 20-second law was thought up by a group of scientists at the Georgia Institute of Technology who pioneered the idea that we need around 21 seconds to empty our bladder fully. Okay. Yes, 21 seconds. That's right. They came up with the law of urination, which analyzing videos of animals urinating as you do. Apparently, the main factor in the length of time we need to wee is all to do with the laws of gravity, with the scientists arguing that gravitational force is the main factor in peeing length. How can bladders of 0.5 kilograms and 100 kilograms be emptied in nearly the same duration? Larger animals have longer urethras, and so gravitational force driving low, the team wrote.
Man, they put a lot of thought into this.
They did. They did. Absolutely. Absolutely. Camo Collins. Yes. He was over there. Yes, yes. 21 seconds. That's right. That's right. Rollo saying, why is scientific article using the term we? You know, it's something I mentioned.
I thought the same thing, Rollo.
That I said should have been a Rollo thing. Well, I'll have to remember and get back to you on that there, okay?
Oh, Rollo, we are the world. We are the world. You can make a funny song about peeing.
Was that it? That wasn't it.
Oh,
Okay.
that's a Rollo song if I ever thought of
It is a
one.
Rollo song completely. These long urethras increase the flow rate of larger animals, enabling them to perform the feat of emptying their substantial bladders over approximately the same duration. While not every trip to the toilet will last 21 seconds, it's a good number to aim for. So what happens if you don't follow the rule? Obviously, 21 seconds is a rough guide, but if you're spending a long time emptying your bladder or you're holding your pee, it can lead to problems. For example, urinating for significantly longer than 21 seconds all the time could lead to your bladder expanding and eventually losing its ability to stretch and function properly. Okay. And meanwhile, MedShun explains that holding urine can cause health issues as bacteria in the bladder can multiply, leading to urinary tract infections. Holding urine for extended periods can create an environmental conducive to bacterial growth, leading to UTIs, they explain. When you hold your urine, the bladder stretches to accommodate the increasing volume. So this stretching can cause urine to remain in the bladder even after urination. The residual urine provides an ideal environment for bacteria to thrive, potentially leading to infections. Although rare, holding urine for too long can cause the bladder to rupture. This can be life-threatening with a high mortality rate.
Oh,
so
man.
just saying. Yeah.
I'm never going to the bathroom the same.
Scientists advise everyone to follow the 20-second rule on weeing to stay healthy. They've shared this, and this is what you should do. Next time you sense the urge to empty your bladder, bust out your phone timer and see if you could do the 21-second law. That guys will make you guys happy, and it will go ahead and help your bladder, so it'll make you healthy as well. Yes.
So 21 seconds on weeing and no more than 10 minutes on everything else.
I'm going to spread it out here. Yes. There you go.
Well, Cole's pissing like it's a video game.
He's a piss purist. If you ain't hit 21 on your consistent score, you're a noob. That is so funny.
Then I'm an expert.
Right? Well, then I've got a question for you. You know the song You're Beautiful by James Blunt?
Hmm?
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm about to ruin a song for you. I really do apologize, everyone out there. If you know the song by James Blunt, You're Beautiful, well, you're about to learn what it's all about. I think first we're going to listen to the song, so that way you guys have an idea of the song in itself. I will say on screen because of copyrights, I don't want to get shut down. This is totally for educational and entertainment purposes only. So I'm just going to say that now. I'm going to turn the volume down so Tony and I can actually talk over top of it.
No, it's
Um,
REM losing my religion all over again.
here we go. Here we go. James Blunt. Yes. Oh, what do you think the song's about, Tony?
Well, he says you're beautiful.
Okay. Okay. All right. Well,
He
okay.
sounds
So
sincere.
he sounds sincere, right? Right. Here we
Oh,
go.
he's scheming. Oh.
He's got a plan. He's going to be stalking her from the subway. He sees her with somebody else, but he's got a plan. He's not going to let her go out of his sight, right? Because he knows that he will never be with her. Okay. So now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to show you this, right? Yeah. It's getting good.
It
So
is
now,
a stalker song. Son of a bitch.
well, here you go. We're going to actually go ahead and look over here. Actually, I got the wrong screen. I'm going to go to Lad Bible here because he actually talks about it. And he shares the true dark meaning behind the hit song You're Beautiful. Okay. And like I said, that you won't be able to unhear. The singer 51 still can't believe that this creepy lyric resonated quite so much with fans. To celebrate the 20th anniversary of the release of its most successful song, James Blunt has decided to remind us all of the alarming meaning behind it. You might have gone all this time thinking You're Beautiful is merely a sweet song about a bloke trying to win the heart of a lovely looking girl who gave him a smile as they rode the subway. But you're dead wrong, as the singer revealed that stalking and drugs were actually the main inspirations behind this heartfelt lyric. 2 decades on from its release, the ballad remains a popular choice among karaoke fans, people curating romantic playlists, newlyweds search for their first slow dance. It stood the test of time and continues to satisfy the ears of tons of listeners 20 years on. And even Blunt didn't see that song's success coming. So,
Well, the way that he worded things, I can see how, like, people confuse the meaning of lyrics all the time when they're straightforward about what they're saying. In this case, the way that he kind of says things, it does sound romantic and pretty. And if you never told me it's a stalker song, I would never have guessed it.
yes. Well, I'm sorry to ruin another one of y'all's favorite songs over the last 20 years, but
I wouldn't
it
say
had
it.
to be done sooner or later.
I wouldn't say it ruins the song. It just changes the dynamics.
All right. Well, we're about to go ahead and we're about to finish up Mix It Up Monday. But before we go, ColSeth has a new path that he's taking here. He says this is something new for him. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to share a song here of ColSeth. And after that, I want to thank you guys for tuning in so much for Mix It Up Monday. And we will see you tomorrow night for Tune In Tuesday with Chris Lipe. And then the Upside of Hurt at 10 p.m. Yeah. Get your submissions in for Whip It Out Wednesday, guys.
Oh, get them in early.
Yes, yes. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to check this out real quick. I'm going to show you ColSeth. You can find him at ColSeth YT for YouTube. Greetings and welcome to his page. Just giving him lots of information. He plays piano, drums, bass, guitar, along with singing as of the last 2 years. And he also raps and freestyles, so make sure to check that all out. If you're looking to go ahead and have an artist, ColSeth is your man to go ahead and play around at all the gigs at your local communities. So make sure to go ahead and reach out to him. His email is in there. Let's check this song out. This is called Galactic Butterflies.
Ooh, butterflies.
They're fun.
Especially galactic ones.
Right? All right, Cole. Here it is.
A brief flicker of consciousness in an otherwise dark world. Through the vast expanse of space, we seem so infinite, yet we're bound to one another by the threads of gravity. A fleeting moment of beauty in this cosmic dance called life.
beautiful, Cole. It is definitely galactic butterflies all over that.
He did
Whew.
an awesome job with that video. Compliments it.
Absolutely. I'm loving that. Loving it. Loving it. Loving it. Loving it.
Yeah, I can listen to ColSeth all night, and I do sometimes.
I'll be updating and putting Cole's link in there after the show, so it will be in there if you guys want to go ahead and check it out some more. Yes, yes. Jeff said that got him banging his head over there. He was giving lots of flames and things. And ColSeth said it took him a few days to make that video, which I absolutely believe.
You did a great job.
Absolutely. All right. Well, I hope you guys all had a great time with Mix It Up Monday here. If you have a promo, an ad, a video you want to go ahead and share for Mix It Up Monday, we do news, reviews. You want to get your song reviewed, go ahead and donate to our PayPal, $5 a month, and help support what we do. All right.
And
I think
performance videos.
But
You got
yes,
'em.
performance videos. Oh my goodness. Please send those in. I would love to see them. And we will see you tomorrow night. Yes. Tune in Tuesday. And then the Upside of Hurt at 10 p.m. All right. Now I'm saying good night.
I'm all mixed up.
Good night, good night, good night. See you tomorrow. Share sound, Ange. This is Angified Presents Productions.
Swift is like, this is like fucking watching the Avengers.
I pop my popcorn